The prayer begins with the first takbīr. When the servant raises his hands and says Allāhu Akbar, he declares that Allah is greater than anything that can be described or imagined. The wisdom of beginning with the takbīr is that prayer starts by recognizing Allah's greatness. When the servant realizes that Allah is greater than anything he can conceive, his heart becomes humbled and attentive. So the prayer begins by elevating Allah beyond all description and by lowering the servant into humility before him. After the opening takbīr, the servant remains standing in qiyām before his Lord. When a person stands before someone of great authority, he becomes careful in his words and attentive in his presence. Prayer trains the servant to stand before Allah with that same awareness. If this reality feels distant, reflect on something simpler. Imagine standing before a powerful ruler in this world. Your posture would change. Your speech would become measured. Now ask yourself, do you stand before Allah with less attentiveness than you would before a human being? If your focus sharpens when you imagine someone watching you, yet weakens when you remember that Allah sees you, that reveals a deficiency in recognition. The limbs follow the heart. When the heart becomes humble and attentive, the body becomes still. When the heart wanders, the body reflects that distraction. During qiyām, the servant begins reciting Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. The servant first begins with the name of Allah, as it reminds the servant that every action begins through him and is completed only through his assistance. Mentioning Ar-Rahman and Ar-Rahim at the very beginning fills the heart with hope. The servant stands aware of his shortcomings, yet hopeful because he approaches the one whose mercy encompasses everything. Then you say Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Here the servant recognizes that all blessings come from Allah alone. Nothing you possess, life, strength, faith, guidance, originates from yourself. Everything that deserves praise and thanks ultimately belongs to Him. Then you repeat Ar-Rahman Ar-Rahim. After praise, the heart is reminded again of His Rahmah. It reassures the heart that the one before whom you stand is compassionate towards those who return to Him. Then you say Maliki Yawmiddin. Here the heart turns to humility. The servant remembers the day when every deed will be revealed and every soul will stand for reckoning. The remembrance of that day deepens humility and seriousness within the prayer. Then comes the central declaration, Iyyāka na'budu wa iyyāka nasta'īn. The servant declares exclusive worship for Allah, yet at the same time admits that even worship cannot be performed without His help. Then the servant asks, Ihdina as-sirāta al-mustaqīm. Guidance is not something gained once and secured forever. The servant must ask for it constantly. Then the Quran classifies what the path is. Sirāta alladhīna an'amta alayhim. The servant asks Allah to place him among the people who received divine favor, those who were guided and remained firm upon the truth. Finally, the servant says, غَيْرِ الْمَغْضُوبِ عَلَيْهِمْ وَلَا الضَّالِّينَ. He asks to be protected from the two roads that destroy people, those who recognize the truth but reject it, and those who wander away from it through confusion or neglect. After reciting the words of Allah, the servant moves into bowing. Rukūʿ is a physical lowering of the body, but its real purpose is the lowering of the self. The servant declares, Subhana Rabbiyal Azim wa bihamdi. He acknowledges that Allah is the one whose greatness is beyond comparison. When a person truly recognizes this greatness, pride cannot remain in his heart. Then the servant moves into prostration. This is the lowest physical position a human being can take. The face, the most honored part of the body, is placed upon the ground. By doing this, the servant reminds himself of his origin. He was created from earth. He walked upon it throughout his life, and one day he will return to it. While in this position, the servant says, Subhana Rabbiyal A'la wa bihamdih. The meaning here is deliberate. The servant lowers himself to the ground while declaring the absolute elevation of Allah. No position humbles the self like placing the face upon the earth. During the prayer, the servant sits and renews the testimony of faith. He bears witness that there is no God except Allah, and that the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, is his servant and messenger. This declaration reminds him who he worships and through whom this worship was taught. He then sends blessings upon the Prophet and his family, recognizing that the path of prayer and guidance reached the believers through them. The prayer ends with the salām, a greeting that carries the meaning of safety and protection. It is first directed to the Prophet, then to the righteous servants of Allah, and finally to those around you. Throughout the prayer, the servant was absorbed in remembrance before his Lord. With the salām, he returns from that state and turns back towards creation. But he does not return as he entered. He returns with a heart softened by humility, trained by remembrance, and mindful of Allah. So the prayer concludes by teaching the servant how to re-enter the world, not with pride or heedlessness, but with goodwill and concern for others.